Humble Squad? It's your boy Humble Ziggy. Shut the fuck up, phone. Hold up, y'all. Stupid phone. Well, what's good, Humble Squad? We back here with another reaction, and we got Jack Harlow, Denver. Sorry, I almost screwed up the name. Official video. Now, you already know it's been a while since we've heard from Jack Harlow, and it's basically like this. The last time we've heard of Jack Harlow was when the whole thing with him and Machine Gun Kelly and such drew because of certain shots. You could say shots that was back in other words. For shit, sure, MGK definitely took shots at Machine Gun Kelly. At Jack Harlow and such on his like freestyle. What was it? It was on a freestyle. I forgot which one it was, but y'all remember. I remember reacting to that freestyle where he took Renegade. There it was, the Renegade freestyle where he took shots at Jack Harlow and such. So, but ever since then, we haven't heard much of him since. So, and people are always, and the way how people were saying about how he gotta respond this and that and third. Well, he personally says that it don't matter if he didn't want to respond, but hey, people have their own issue. People have their own opinions about it. Me personally, hey, if he wants to respond, cool. If he doesn't have to be forced to. So it is what it is. But either way, we about to check this song out. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're on the road to 2K, and follow me on my socials up there. And without further ado, let's get in the video.
So many losing hope in those dreams that they.
Walking past a homeless in a Rolex. Just got off the stage on the Today Show and I basically felt soulless. Years go by and I keep saying I'm gonna use my phone less, but I should just be phoneless. Ignorance is
Ooh, nice little wordplay right there. Phoneless. Because a lot of people, it's basically like this. With the way how the music industry today is, a lot of people are on their phone. Straight up. Want to see what's going on and such. And I was just saying about it, but 9 times out of 10, most of us go soulless whenever we go on the phone. Straight up.
past a homeless in a Rolex. Just got off the stage on the Today Show and I basically felt soulless. Years go by and I keep saying I'm gonna use my phone less, but I should just be phoneless. Ignorance is bliss and so is being underground, cause it was fun when we were known less. Sorry, that's cliche, I know I'm so blessed, but Jason keeps on telling me say yes, and truth be told I know he knows best, but I don't wanna do no press. I've seen enough of me on this little screen. I've become so vain and insecure about everything. I feel all this pressure to live up to what they tell me I'm gonna be. So
First of all, nice little pretty right there. But hey, if that don't speak some facts right there, that most artists, you wonder why most of the times most artists keep to themselves. Because anytime when you look on your phone, you see another artist who's either in some drama or something, or some kind of scandal happened to them or something, and most of the time that's like the normal. Really think about it. That's like becoming the normal now, that anytime when an artist's face is on the media, is either some type of controversy, some type of canceling is involved, or something people don't agree with what they said or so. Point is, you just don't want to even be with them. You don't want to be concerned yourself with the media.
I don't want to do no press. I've seen enough of me on this little screen. I've become so vain and insecure about everything. I feel all this pressure to live up to what they tell me I'm gonna be, so I isolate myself. You can't help me, it's on me. I'm hiding any sign of weakness from my guys. I don't want them second guessing with me. Nemo said to keep my foot on next, cause I can't let them just forget me. But the brags in my raps are getting less and less convincing, so I'd rather just
Hold on. And hey, because let's face it, 9 times out of 10, with certain raps, there's nothing wrong with bragging in your songs, like trying to flex and all that. But it's up to a point where, what's the point of flexing your stuff if you don't really feel happy with how you're flexing? Because honestly, the flexing is gonna get tired at some point, and most people are not gonna care if you got a whole bunch of money and such. Like, you can flex all you want, but at some point, if you don't feel like you're happy with the flexing of your money and whatnot, then stop flexing. Simple as that.
Just forgive me, but the brags in my raps are getting less and less convincing. So I'd rather just.
Oh, why this ever had to be?
And it's like this with a lot of people. Like how Jack Harlow says, he said a while back in interviews saying about how he stopped caring about getting #1 hits and such. Because let's face it, that's how the music industry is nowadays. Where if you don't got a #1 hit, people are saying that you're irrelevant and whatnot. Like, nigga, you think some of the most famous artists, some of the most famous rappers and such was where they at when was basically fire with songs that was not like #1 hits and such? You know why? Because back in those times, they didn't care about that. They care about if the music was actually fire, if it actually sold and such. So 9 times out of 10, they didn't care about if one of the records were a hit single or so. They wanted to know if the entire song of each album they released and such was just pure fire. But then again, they did care mostly about getting a hit single. But one thing is for sure, they didn't care about they didn't care about if all of their music had #1 hit singles. They care about if the song actually had a message in it and it actually basically impacted people in their lives and such. So, hey, that's what hip hop needs to come back to.
So many losing hope in those dreams that they.
I wrote that first verse in Denver back in September. It's January now, and I'm feeling like myself again. I got Angel back in here, I need his help again. I'm taking time away, but wondering what a healthy helping is. Fuck it, they gon' check for me, I tell myself and tell my friends. Avoiding any talks about the elephant, chalking up the hate, the jealousy, and just embellishments. But deep down, I find myself wondering if the people that write about me are right about me. And I wonder if my exes are oversharing, cause they know.
Hold up. That little part where he says, I wonder if the people who write about me are right about me. First of all, fire wordplay right there. But hey, because let's face it, there was always these talks about how Jack Harlow was this cultural vulture and such. And 9 times out of 10, let's be honest, at this point with certain white rappers, they need to stop that stigma. Because I get it that most white rappers, most white artists will do that, but let's be honest. And look, this is just my opinion. If y'all want to say something about it, you can in the comments. But my take on if certain white rappers are culture vultures, if you were to, at this point, that's racist in itself. Cause I get it that predominantly hip hop is most likely a black people music, but in the culture of hip hop, it don't matter what race you is. It don't matter if you're black. It don't matter if you're white. What matters the most is what it should always be about. If you got the skill and talent, that should be the main thing above anything else. Because let's face it, at the end of the day, I mean, look at, for instance, I know this is a typical old thing, but like the likes of Eminem and such. Cause do you know? Well, actually, that's the main point of it. Cause do you know how many times Eminem has been talked about, just because he's one of the top greatest rappers of all time, right? And just because of his white skin, not because of his great talents of making music, his great lyricism, that. It's not even because of that. Just because of his skin, he got a top. Because of what Melly Mel talking about, how The only reason there is because he's white, nigga. It wouldn't even matter if he was black. Straight up. It don't matter if you're black. It don't matter if you're white. If you got good skill, if you got good talent, then nigga, you gonna be in you gonna be in those lists. You gonna be in people's conversation about best rappers.
Me, I tell myself and tell my friends, avoiding any talks about the elephant, chalking up the hate, the jealousy, and just embellishments. But deep down, I find myself wondering if the people that write about me are right about me. And I wonder if my exes are oversharing, cause they know a lot about me. I'm a long way from Shelby County. I've been through some local tension, heard talks of a healthy bounty. Sober and focused, I cannot walk down no deli alleys. I still got the fellas around me, I love them and tell them proudly. My mama needs help adjusting, my father needs help accounting. I'm looking out heaven's window, I know that there's hell around me.
And Preludes was off of his album.
So many losing hope in those dreams.
I like the sample too. Hey, look, at the end of the day, it's basically like this. No matter what people have their opinions on how Jack Harlow is, at the end of the day, one thing you're not gonna discredit, and I don't care what the certain things are so. The one thing is for sure is that hip-hop today needs to go back to how it was, where not only is great lyricism, great references, metaphors and such in a rap, but actually having a message in there. Cause it's basically like this. I'm not saying you can't have lit songs, right? I'm not saying you can't, cause 9 times out of 10 we need that like balance and such of not only interest, not only like deep bars and such and so, but we also need to have that like music where you just want to get lit one time, because we all want to party at one point and such. But sometimes, but like I said, you gotta balance it. You gotta know when to get lit at certain points, but also know when to really want to put out a song out there that could really make people think and such, really talk about real things that's going on and such. But hey, either way, I don't care what anybody says. To me, that's why I feel like Jack Harlow needs to, well, not saying needs to, but he always got to keep putting out songs like this where it actually has a message in it. Not just talking about hit singles and whatnot, not trying to flex on anybody and such, but actually just really talking about certain things that most people would want to talk about, or don't, or barely even talk about. But either way, y'all let me know what y'all thought about this down in the comments below. We're on the road to 2K and such. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that join button and such, because hey, I would appreciate it a lot if you do. But either way, y'all let me know what y'all thought about this down in the comments below. Make sure to check out my other reactions right here, and follow me on all my socials up there, and stay positive and keep the vibes up. Let go.